There we go. Great. Alright, so, hello, generic gamers. We're back. More Krastorio 2. Factorio. Total conversion. We're on Muluna. We are doing a Muluna rebuild because it was trash, and we're working on it. We're bringing in all of our resources from our mining and processing outposts. Realized towards the tail end of the last stream, I didn't need to do copper, because we can do everything that we can do with aluminum, or with copper we can do with aluminum. So we might wind up changing out the aluminum. The other thing we need to do, though, is I think we need a second one of these. Then we're going to need... Oh, I don't need these to be green, though. We can set these to be normal ones. Then this needs to be concrete. Or stone bricks. Or concrete, yeah. And then this should be refined concrete. So what we're going to do is do like this. We're just going to do 4 of these. Then we'll go like this. Yeah. I'm going to do 4 of them up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we have any more of these? Do I need to drop off more? I do. Do we have them? Yes, we do. And then we'll do... Oh, I just happened to line that up the same exact way. That's a little too far to the left. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to make stone and concrete. Kitty. Oh, we'll have this coming around the back of it. Do this. Then we'll put one of our overstock catchers right here. This way we can just have overstock of our stone. Perfect. Ah. There we go. Do I want these to be... Let's make them like this, so we can do everything stacked. I know these don't go fast enough, but we can always speed them up if we need to. So then these ones are going to do concrete. So this needs water. And iron on them. I think we just do this and rotate these all around. And then these are fine concrete. So then this output comes here. bolts around the back of this. With one of these. Nope, not there. And then this. Okay, so now we just need to bring the iron onto here. We have it kind of over here already. We just do this. Morning, Get Jam. How's it going? Run those. We're going. We know do Factor today, so we know do Aquilo, but was kind of a chill day. Oh, nice. So you didn't do any Factorio today either? Should probably do it like this. Gonna do one plant running to another, but I just didn't feel that motivated if he wasn't gonna be on. I can understand that. Today was one of those days where I was like, do I really want to stream? Yes, I do. I've been feeling a little low motivation as well, but let's go. Oh, we didn't put anything in there. Let's go Shift L. Was Gaiman and Kat just balled up on me without me making her a space? I don't know why she likes to lay on me over blanket though. Yeah, my cat is, I think she's out in the living room right now, sitting on, we have a little like cat window for her that suction cups up to it, so she likes to sit in that sometimes. And it's one of those things I'm like, as long as she's still got enough in her to make that jump, I'm and I can hear the dog tormenting her. Well, I can hear my partner yelling at the dog right now. Okay, and then we go... this down here. There. Great. Now we have concrete, stone, and refined concrete going for use in stuff. You set that right? Yep. Cool. Awesome. So that's now just good. We could probably make the fancy floors here if we really wanted. Like I was saying at the beginning of the stream too, one of the things we realized is we might not have needed a copper plant here, because everything we can do with copper we could do with aluminum, and we make so much more aluminum. So it might have been worth not running any copper. And either way, this is not the way we do. We don't need to refine it to melt it. So we may just make... We're going to have to change the way this functions. I mean, it just becomes easier, technically. We could just do 4 of these. Melt. Oh, right. We were not going to melt the aluminum, because it gives us oxygen. We don't... Well, maybe we keep the oxygen and just burn it all off. I'm just worried that we're going to wind up with so much of it that it's hard to burn off. But we could do this, and then go... We just put these here. Let's get rid of this. Why don't we just move this up one more and put our... Save ourselves a beacon. 2, 4, 6, that's not enough. These are making 3.8 each. This only makes 2.4 each. So let's go... like this. Now those are doing 3.3, but we're also making 1,000 oxygen per. I think we can just... I think we can do this with the oxygen. Yeah, we can just vent oxygen. So take per second, 431 per second, and that's making 1,000. So we would need this to be faster. That's fine. 2K. $3.7K. Oh, yeah, that's way more than I need now. 2.1K. 2K, great. So then we just take this. We have to change where these live. I think we go like this. 146 each, so this does require sort of another crazy setup with this. So we go... So each this is going to take 2 full lines, or a little more than 2 full lines, so we have to do it... This is the... Alright, trying to think about the best way to feed that into there. That's... this. We want a big... We actually do want a big tank for the oxygen. A huge storage tank. We can actually put the huge storage tank before this, too. So let's back that up. For now, let's just put this here. Then this goes like this. Or we actually just do it like this, I think. And then this only turns on if... Activate if... Enable if oxygen is greater than 195k. Cool. Then we need the power back. Okay. Okay. Alright, so that'll store that there. That stores that there. We can bring that oxygen down. We have to start making tree farms to at least seed it, I guess. Because we need tree farms to make plastic on this planet. Which we're gonna do, because we want to make this entirely self-sufficient. Did I clear off the areas to dig, bury it? Yes, I did. Yeah, I want to make it entirely self-sufficient. It's more fun. The only way to do plastic on the moon is to do it with cellulose. To do plastic, I could do, I mean, I'd have to ship in other things. So the only alternative recipe is to use cellulose. There's microplastics, which requires what you do on Meraxis. There's matter, which we don't have. I'd have to ship in Bioflux and Yamako Mash to do this one. I could make ethanol and methane, but that's a pain. I can make coal from coal. Sure, but the petroleum gas still requires something for me to turn it into. And if that's the case, I still need the petroleum gas, which I have to do something to get the petroleum gas out of it. So there's not really a way to do petroleum gas other than... Yeah, coal liquefaction. We could do coal liquefaction. I have a coal liquefaction setup, but in order to get the coal from... In order to turn the coal into alternative recipes, wait, gathered from... I can get coal from doing coal synthesis, but that requires burning water and sulfur and 5 carbon to get 1 coal. That seems like a lot of resources to get 1 coal. And when most coal liquefaction requires fully stacked green belts of coal to make decent amounts of yeah, this, I mean, like, for instance, to do a real amount of plastic on Volcanus, right, to get a real amount of gas, like, this build here puts out more petroleum gas than we'd ever need, but it needs 240 coal per second. So in order to make 240 coal per second, I would still need 5 lines of carbon. 5 fully stacked lines of carbon. And I'm not going to just... That seems like so much waste when trees are free, and on Novice we build the tree farms, and we prepped for this. We have an entire box of trees to ship. In fact, we should probably box these trees. Can we box the trees? No. What? I can't put trees in a box? Yeah, so we use the trees in the sealed greenhouse, but we have to make these on Muluna. So we have to ship the trees and the sealed greenhouses. Actually, we can make the sealed greenhouses there. We just ship trees there and make this, and then this is, you know, and it's free because you just use this to make more trees, to make cellulose. And all it takes is water because the seeds get recycled into the tree factory. You take the trees and... We could just ship in plastic, but I mean, that's the whole point, is to make... If the whole point is to make Muluna entirely self-sufficient, where I don't have to do any of that, and to try to make it into the hub, it should be making its own plastic, so that we can make its own blue circuits for rockets. And LDS out of all the cool, weird little cellulose recipes. And it's fine. I mean, we just build out a tree farm brick, and then we copy and paste it and throw it out, and we'll have more wood than we know what to do with. Engage in the planet's flow. Considering with all that, I can just put productivity mods. I mean, if the answer is productivity mods for coal, then why in the world would I not just, instead of building a brick that turns carbon into coal, why not just build a brick that turns trees into cellulose? For no resources. For the resource of only ice, essentially. Oh, well, this one is just, I don't make them all self-sustaining. Most of them are not. But this one's so close to novice that I'd rather, here's the deal. I would rather make red and green and blue circuits and plastic en masse on Muluna and ship them into novice than the other way around. I'd rather make Muluna a place where I can make it the one that provides things to everyone else, because it's, especially for things like plastic, where it's essentially free. And where we're going to, if we want to make it into a pure hub for everything, it's going to need to ship out a lot of stuff. Plus, if I want to do both sciences here, I'd have to ship out, like, if we wanted to do en masse things like the exploration packs, since those require data tapes, which need plastic bars, especially if we'll be shipping in a lot of those, but we have to do some of them here. We also need to make, for the actual science here, which we can now do in space, technically. Well, I guess we don't need anything special for this, but... I mean, this one's just easy to do, either way. So... yeah, exactly. Like, Pelagos, Gleba... well, Gleba's actually self-sustaining. Pelagos, Moshin... those are not self-sustaining. Because they require us... I'm not making any copper on this planet, so it requires us sending in circuits of all types. Same on Machine. Machine, we didn't bother to actually build a... We have some copper just to make this, but we don't have any circuits being made on this planet, so we ship in the things we need. Oh, speaking of which, let's take a look at this. We have another purple one. I'm gonna have to smash some of these at some point. I have a lot of them. The problem is you can't recycle them down to nothing either, because they actually recycle into the unstable cores. I guess you could. You would just have to be ready to use whatever unstable core you got recycled, or just have a special line that was rapidly recycling those cores. Anyway, back to this. Yeah, I do that right now. What I do right now, we do that if we have a where is it? There's one up here somewhere. This one grabs too many of them and drops them into that. But the first thing is, this one is a requester that requests ones that we just make these dudes with quality and hope that we get better quality ones, which is how we've gotten all of our quality ones for this. Less backseating, gets jam. I'm just messing with you, by the way. Oh, we do have to do... that. And then this comes up. And we splitter it off there. Okay. Okay, so then this one is... These two are aluminum, so we have to bring our aluminum over, which is over here. We haven't moved any of it. See. Okay, that should just... Oh, we need the calcite. Let's do a 2x2 balancer. Okay. Yeah, goes a little too, these all take a little bit, or a little too fast. What if I just did one? It's now a little bit under, but that's fine. Okay. We'll put that back until I can grab another speed module of the proper speed. All right, so now we have liquid aluminum as well. We'll put them on. We'll put that right here. Oops. You know what? We'll put that there, and we'll put the oxygen here, and then that's pretty much we filled up all the lines that we're going to use for now. We might take off these copper lines though. For oil cracking, or you? I don't do sushi liquid pipes. I've never liked them. And in fact, for oil cracking, I just do. You can see what I did well, I do a different type of oil cracking. I did the same thing in base game. I think we talked about this. On Novice, I didn't even bother. I just said, here, crack it all and burn off whatever we don't need. Keep these in. I just basically turn these off. I read the values of these and turn off my burners when these are all full. And if they're not all full, then if they're out of sync, it burns off the excess. And then on Volcanus, you saw this was my oil cracking, where we just turn in, since we don't need. What do you mean? What the crack? In base game I did the same thing because I just converted them. Oh yeah, in base game I just converted excess into solid fuel and burned it off in heating towers. Simplify it. It's not as efficient, but it's easier to think about. I don't have to worry about it as much. And then, like I said, for places where I don't even need any of the other stuff, like I don't need light oil for anything on Volcanus in this version of the game, because we make rocket fuel using water and electrolysis. We do this recipe, oxygen and hydrogen chloride and iron plates to make rocket fuel, so I don't need the light oil. I just need a little bit of heavy oil for lubricant, but we just make a separate little lubricant lab that's doing simple coal liquefaction. And then this one is just entirely balanced to use all of the outputs to make petroleum gas. And when we're making 7.7k per second petroleum gas, and my excesses are 6 and 3, I think we're gonna be fine. I try to avoid sushi belts anywhere I can. The only planet I truly sushi belt on is Bulgora, and that's simply because you kind of have to. Okay. So now that we've got aluminum and that and that and that. What's up, Redneck? How's it going, bud? Looking forward to this weekend. We're dual streaming onto YouTube right now, so I can test out just having that VOD just already be there and not have to do anything fancy. I won't even need to upload. Alright, so trees. Let's do tree. Oh, well, actually, let's take a look. First, before we do trees, we don't really even need to do trees yet. Let's do another city block first. Another set of city blocks for... Let's get our main science going first. Sleep habits, so you often come on when you're about to crash. Since this weekend that's all gonna go to trash, taking a little leeway this week. God, yeah, I can understand that. My sleep schedule's all screwy with my streaming schedule, because when I'm done streaming, like when I tell you guys I'm tired and I end, it's because I'm sitting here going, if I stream any longer, I'm starting to feel tired, and if I stream any longer, I'm gonna have a tough time once I end stream, because I have a tough time just ending stream and going to bed. I actually have to, like, I generally have to, like, cool down, so I spend another hour watching TV or something before going to bed, and then it's like 3 or 4 in the morning. So if I stream too late, I'm screwed. Yeah, because I'm already like trying to keep the energy up, and I'm trying to stay amped, and I'm a little too wound up to just hop in bed after streaming. Plus, I want to like looking at. Sometimes I spend a half hour going over analytics and you know, I want to spend a little bit of time interacting with whoever we raid when we do raid somebody. So. Alright, let's look at, first things first, we can actually build our mall now, too, so we can stop bringing things in. So first off, let's start our mall. Let's just get the things that we need, like power poles, And big electric poles, although I'm pretty sure we can't do those because I think they take... Don't they take... No, they don't take circuits. Okay, so at least now we can do those. Oh, we do need to do... We need to do... assembling machines. And then... blue assembling machines. And green assembling machines. But in order to do those... Oh, come on, stream. Why are you being weird again tonight? One sec. Yeah, god damn it. Why are you acting so funky? Let's see if we stop this, if it helps. Come on, network. What are you doing?